get asked the question, what would happen to the existing motor fleet? And there are two schools of thinking on this. The first one is that it's not possible to automate existing vehicles, and therefore the rate of introduction of automated vehicles would be limited by the rate of purchase into a car fleet. So a good example is, on average, a motor vehicle is on the road for 11 years. So what happens is that you only replenish the whole fleet over that period. Now, there have been some suggestions, and there have been some companies that have purported to be able to automate vehicles that are currently not automated. My view is that seems to be unlikely, and I think that moving probably into vehicles which are made for the purpose is most important. That means we'll have a mixed car fleet for a substantial period of time, and in fact, we really need to be careful about this concept of mixed fleet, because in regional Australia, it's going to be important that existing, private vehicles and traditional motor vehicles will be retained. And there's farms, there's outback, there's lots of reasons to do that. Also, we don't have great coverage in outback Australia and regional Australia for automation in terms of satellite coverage, and we certainly in sort of infrastructure connection. So we need to differentiate between urban Australia and regional Australia for this. But in looking at those differences between urban Australia and regional Australia, you can take a view that you could quite easily isolate urban Australia to be able to say, look, in terms of the fleet and the type of fleet that we want to be able to introduce not only ride share and car share, but in addition, we want to introduce automated shuttles. There's a number of things that we want to be able to do in a very short space of time, which you could do. And as part of that, you could also mandate a shift to electronic vehicle, which has been done overseas, and there's lists of countries now that have mandated by 2030 and 2040 how many electric vehicles and how many ICE vehicles, internal combustion engine vehicles, would be on the road. So, from an urban and regional point of view, it's important to look at the issue, but it's also just as important to consider that there will probably be mixed fleet, and I would suggest to you for the foreseeable future.